Paytas just publicly ended her friendship with Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, and Ryland Adams, and she's exposing tons of stuff about Shane and Jeffree along the way, making the two of them look even worse online, if that was even possible. I'm Mackenzie, you're watching InformOverload, and let's get into the tea because it is spilling everywhere. But before we get into it, Bree is launching a gaming channel called Viper Girl.
Oh my gosh, I almost died. I thought you were a cactus, my friend. I thought you were a cactus. We've got iron, baby. Yes. Okay, my main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Bro, no, I'm gonna fight you with a pork chop. No, come here. This is awesome.
If you want to see some live gameplay, make sure to check it out. This whole thing actually started way back in early 2020 when Tab David, a former friend of Jeffree's, exposed that on a trip, Jeffree and his friend spoke badly about someone else on that trip. And Jeffree insulted this friend on the trip's weight, skin, and past drug use behind their back, leading everyone to assume Trisha was the person that he was talking about. Then fast forward to now, one of Jeffree's best friends and hairstylist, Hair by Jay, decided to address it all on Instagram Live. But he said some straight up disgusting things about Trisha in an effort to defend Jeffree, with him saying things like, quote, "How are you going to talk about a person after you got in a private jet? You didn't spend a dime. Your effing room was paid for. You were such a boring time," he said in the live. Then going on to admit that they all talked badly about Trisha, adding, quote, "We talked about your skin. Your effing skin looks like a whole year later," going on to call her a walrus and telling her to go on a diet. So obviously very, very disgusting things. Then after that, Trisha made a YouTube video called, quote, "Why I'm Scared of Jeffree" and Hair by Jay. In the video, Trisha shows the worst parts of the Instagram Live while crying and talks about how badly everyone on that trip made her feel, referring to them all as mean girls and doing things to make her feel bad. With Trisha also adding that the body shaming was not just behind her back, but also to her face. And at one point on the trip, Jeffree slapped a nacho out of her hand and told her not to eat anymore. In the video, she also said that Jay doxed her by leaking her phone number and the name of her business. After Jeffree was thrown into the mix, he responded to the backlash on Twitter, writing, quote, "I've personally apologized to Trisha Paytas several times last year about Vegas and she never responded, which is her right. I respected it and what happened is between us. Don't drag me into new drama, not interested. What someone else says does not represent me." Trisha clapped back, saying, quote, "If you didn't want to be involved in the drama, why is he speaking your name in the video on your behalf, confirming all the horrid you guys said about me?" Then Jeffree responded back to that, quote, "You've ignored all my messages and texts for months, yet you want to have an internet circus with an audience. No thank you. Love you, girl. You can call or text me anytime." But Trisha then decided to take to her TikTok and start blasting Jeffree on there, responding to tons of messages from fans on the status of her relationship with them. It ended with Trisha making a TikTok that she was no longer going to be friends with Shane or Jeffree after all this, which was very shocking because I think that was the first time that Trisha ever went publicly against Shane. Like, literally ever. I can't think of one other time. Trisha then made another YouTube video called, quote, "I just want to move on." And in that video, Trisha spills even more tea, specifically about Shane and Jeffree's relationship, with Trisha saying that she has always had tension with Jeffree, but Shane always defended Jeffree and told her to not make videos on him. Then Trisha revealed that Shane even said at some points that he was even scared of Jeffree and that Shane was planning on distancing himself from Jeffree in the future, but that obviously did not happen, adding that Jeffree is a vile and evil person and she cannot support anyone that supports him. Trisha then decided to make the ending of her friendship with Ryland and Shane clear by blocking both of them on social media. And when people assumed that they had unfollowed her, Trisha came back online and set the record straight that she cut the ties with them. Jeffree then decided to deal with the criticism against him by cutting ties with Jay, saying in a tweet, quote, "Good morning to everyone except the guy that used to do my hair," with Jeffree going on to say that he holds everyone around him accountable for their actions. The last bit of tea that was spilled was relating all the way back to Trisha's scandal with Gabby Hanna. And if you remember, that all happened because someone told Gabby that Trisha had herpes, and then Gabby told Jason Nash to protect him. And Trisha revealed in her video that the person that told Gabby that she had herpes was none other than Shane Dawson. But really, are we really surprised? Shane is the only person that would have that information. And Trisha claimed that that also was a lie. So Shane was spreading lies about Trisha to other people. So that's really all for the story as of now, but make sure to subscribe if you want to know about any updates to this saga. Honestly, I think there is potential this could even turn into Dramageddon 4. I mean, I'm kind of bored, so I won't even mind. I need some tea to follow right now. But before I head out, I'm gonna shout out some comments from influencers exposed for traveling during the pandemic. I'm so bored, it said, why are these influencers acting like they have to travel for working with brands? Like there's enough detox tea companies willing to work with them to cover. Iconic comment, thank you for that. Then Kezia Joy London said, who else wishes their bedroom was like Mackenzie's? Thank you. This actually isn't my bedroom. This is my filming room, like our guest room. Because girl, if I showed you my bedroom, it's terrifying. Like the amount of crap in there, like I get called out every single day for the way my bedroom looks. But you know, I still know where everything is, so it's like organized to me. Then Vixie Burke says, does being a rich / rich influencer make them immune to COVID? Is Dr. Mike not huge enough for this list? Oh no, Dr. Mike is plenty huge enough for this list. It was just a list on people that traveled, and I don't believe Dr. Mike traveled. Did he travel to party? I know he partied. I didn't realize that he traveled though. Definitely, if I make a part 2, I'll put him on here if that's the case. Alright guys, that is all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you liked the channel and the video and you want to see some more, make sure to subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I will catch you all in the next one.